In 2017, a robot 2 kilometers below the Black Sea filmed a Greek merchant ship still standing as if abandoned yesterday. The vessel sits 80 kilometers east of Burgas, Bulgaria, on the flat anoxic floor of the western Black Sea. It is 23 meters long, with a wooden rudder still attached, with rowing benches unbroken, with amphorae stacked neatly in the hold. The mast is upright. The rope is coiled. Carbon dating places the keel at roughly 400 BC. The crew were classical Greek merchants from the age of Pericles, possibly running grain or wine through the Bosphorus toward Athens. They were not coming home. Below 150 meters, the Black Sea is the largest oxygen-free body of water on Earth. The Don, the Dnieper, and the Danube pour fresh water onto a deeper layer of older salty brine, and the two pools never mix. Without oxygen, the wood-eating bacteria and shipworms that dismantle every other wreck on the planet cannot live here. What lives instead is hydrogen sulfide, the gas of rotten eggs, at concentrations that would suffocate a human in seconds. It pickles wood. It pickles rope. It pickles the wax tablets that Greek merchants used to scratch their receipts. The ship had not sunk into death. It had sunk into a chemical refrigerator. The Black Sea Maritime Archaeology Project's robotic vehicle held its lamps on the wreck for over an hour. Stamped into the silt around the hull were the prints where the keel had first touched down. The mast still pointed at the surface, 2,000 meters above. The benches the rowers had used were unbroken. Coiled lines of hemp rope sat exactly where the last Greek hands had set them. There was no evidence of struggle. The ship had simply lost buoyancy, dropped through the oxygen boundary, and stopped. Whatever happened to it took place around 400 BC, which makes the crew contemporaries of Plato, Aristophanes, and the trial of Socrates. The vase paintings of classical Athens show this exact rig. Single mast, square sail, swept stern. The design that art historians had always assumed was a stylization. The most famous example is the Siren vase in the British Museum, painted around 480 BC, which shows Odysseus tied to a mast on a ship that nobody believed had ever really existed. The Burgas wreck proved the vase painters were drawing what they actually saw at the docks. The same expedition mapped over 60 other wrecks across the Anoxic Basin. Roman grain carriers, Byzantine traders, Ottoman supply ships, all preserved at every level of history. The Greek vessel is the oldest intact shipwreck ever recorded, 2,400 years old, and still measurable like a blueprint. The amphorae and the cargo hold are still sealed. Nobody has opened them. Whatever the Greeks were shipping the day they went down, wine, olive oil, or grain, is still inside the jars, untouched by the bacteria that decompose everything else on this planet. The Mediterranean swallowed its old ships. The Black Sea kept them on a shelf. The shelf has kept sealed cargo nobody has touched in 2,000 years. 60 other intact hulls lie nearby, including a Roman freighter with its rigging still draped over the frames. Like and subscribe.